There have been a lot more indicators that Donald Trump is significantly weaker than he appears. Let me explain. I'm an independent journalist that's been covering Donald Trump and American politics for over a decade now. I've made appearances on MSNBC, CNN, I write a best-selling Substack newsletter, and I documented every single day of Trump's first term. And since my last video on this, there's been an increasing amount of evidence indicating that Donald Trump's authoritarian imagery he's presenting is a facade for deepening political weakness. In a recent video, historian Heather Cox Richardson noted that it appears the Trump administration is increasingly becoming aware that their grip is loosening, that their weakness is mounting. And as I noted, Donald Trump is underwater on all key issues, right? Politically, we're seeing immigration, the economy, his popularity has eroded. His approval ratings have been either in the high 30s or low 40s. He is not popular. And this is important because now we've seen greater cracks and chinks in his authoritarian armor. There's a reason the Trump administration is trying so desperately to depict the No Kings protests as some paid Antifa extremist movement, right? Because they know the images of millions of Americans organically protesting on the street will highlight their deepening political weakness. And here are just some of the examples of the fractures within their own party and the defiance that is showcasing his weakness. A federal judge just struck down the Trump administration's Project 2025 layoffs, that effort to purge the federal workforce during the shutdown. We saw Pentagon reporters refuse to sign the pledge that they would have to disclose their reporting to Hegseth for approval, right? We saw almost all of them walk out and turn in their press passes. Even Fox News refused to sign the pledge. That's significant movement. We've seen several airports refusing to air Kristi Noem's video from DHS, trying to blame the shutdown on Democrats. That's also some forceful pushback. We're seeing people in the streets protesting. In Portland, Donald Trump is desperately trying to present the city as some war-ravaged city. Instead, we're seeing people in Reptar costumes twerking, right? Like, we're seeing people in inflatable costumes dancing. It's a direct protest and a direct debunking of the violent imagery he's trying to present. It's a moment of defiance that's directly pushing back on disinformation. It's actually a really important development. And again, after public pushback, Disney reinstating Jimmy Kimmel was an important move. It was another instance to show that Donald Trump is not all powerful, because all of these moves are coming from his insecurity and his weakness, because he knows his political standing and the Republican Party standing is rapidly depleting. Among the more notable indicators of Donald Trump's weakness is people like Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking out directly against the party, blaming the shutdown on Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Thune, right? And overtly saying that prices have not come down, that costs remain high, that healthcare is an issue. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a former MAGA loyalist, I talked about this on MSNBC. She sees the political weakness. She sees where the winds are blowing. Republicans are down in the generic ballot, heading towards the midterm. She wants to protect herself. Even though she's in a safe seat, she's maneuvering this way. This tells me that she sees where this is headed. And if she has an eye on higher office, she knows she has to make these positioning statements in order to seek that higher office. That's an indicator of Trump weakness. Again, I know there's a lot going on. It is very scary. The Supreme Court is currently thinking about gutting the Voting Rights Act even further. There is the gerrymandering campaign. There's a lot of actual real authoritarian moves happening. There's the threatened deployments. There's the looming potential of the Insurrection Act being invoked. I get it. It's a lot. But what I want to also showcase is that Donald Trump needs to present himself as strong. The authoritarian imagery, the stuff where they were pumping out from DHS, the Chicago raids, the discussing, dehumanizing, targeting of immigrants, that's all part of their way of trying to showcase and beat their chest and say they're stronger than they actually are. A big part of authoritarianism is the imagery itself. And right now we're seeing real cracks in that imagery. And I think it's notable and important to highlight. Every act of defiance matters. Every time someone says no to Trump, it matters. Every time a power or a move is struck down in the courts, it matters. It showcases that he is not the all-powerful dictator he wants to be. And every time us, the people, we protest this weekend, the No Kings protest is going to see millions of people across the country. Another example that he cannot squash the dissent unilaterally. He's trying, but he's not there yet. So I just want to offer this message of hope. I want people to keep focusing on the bigger picture here. We have been in real authoritarianism before. The Jim Crow South was an authoritarian regime, and we recovered from that. We can beat this. Journalists, Activists, everyday Americans alike, political leaders have to continue to defy this administration and not give in to the propaganda that they are more powerful than they actually are. That's my reoccurring message. I think I'm going to do more videos like this. I might start a series. So remember, Trump is weaker than he appears. He's still a threat, and there's worrisome stuff happening, but you are more powerful than you realize.